one women and one men shows that that are part of the Fringe Festival, and we're going to keep going. So, where did we all learn how to join in this? Get the itch or the bite of theater. Well, sometimes it's from maybe a cute guy on television or an inspiring drama teacher. And that's what Karen Sklaire is. She is a theater teacher, and she was inspired by her students, I have no doubt, to write this one-woman show called A Ripple of Hope, one teacher's journey to make an impact. And this is Karen Sklaire.
I walk into class 306. Mr. Johansson, the teacher, looks at me and says, "Good luck, and by the way, watch out for Lejeune," and she bolts out of the classroom. Okay, everyone, my name's Miss Sklaire. I'm the drama teacher. All of a sudden, this kid who's like twice the size of the other kids stands up and starts walking towards me. "Yo, look, it's the drama teacher. How you doing, drama teacher? Yo, miss, you's got a boyfriend because you look pregnant. Oh, my God, I'm just bloated." Don't take things personally. Okay, let's just get started, okay? Why don't we start with some exercises, everyone? Let's stretch up and then go down and touch our toes. "Yo, miss, I'm too close to my balls when I do this." Okay, this must be Lejeune. All right, good. Okay, let's not do that. All right. Let's do a tongue twister for articulation. Okay, repeat after me. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. Betty Botter is a she's a ho yo. All right, you know what? Forget it. All of a sudden, Lejeune finds the smallest kid in class and starts pressing his head against the steaming radiator. "Wait a minute, I've got music. I've got my iPod. I've got music. Yo, you got Lil Wayne? You got Eminem? Chicken noodle soup?" "No, I'm from Connecticut." "But I do have Michael Jackson. Everybody loves Michael Jackson." I press the button. Lejeune drops the kid, and he starts moonwalking to the front of the classroom. Everyone stops and is transfixed. Lejeune turns into Michael Jackson. It's beyond amazing. No one can move. All of a sudden, he grabs his crotch, which is totally inappropriate, but I'm not going to stop him. And then the girls stand up, and they start dancing. Everyone's dancing and having a good time. I am the breaking the rules left and right, and everyone's loving it. I am Hilary Swank. What's going on here? Mr. Johansson storms in the classroom. "Should I call the principal?" No, we're just doing dancing, because we do a lot of dancing in drama. The next day, Lejeune shows up in my classroom with his gigantic Michael Jackson picture album. "Yo, I want to be Michael Jackson someday, after become a cop and a basketball player." "Lejeune, you could be whoever you want, but you got to stop beating kids up." "You don't understand, miss. This kid Jason gets in my face. He's like, 'Yo, you whack, you mad scare.' I'm like, 'Yo, leave me alone. Everyone knows your mom's a hoe, and your dad left her because she's a hoe.' And I push him to the ground until he starts to bleed. No one talks about my parents like that. No one." "Lejeune, you don't have to beat other kids up to prove yourself. Besides, Michael Jackson's not a fighter. He's a lover." Thank you.
Wow, you definitely have a dramatic class for it. Hopefully I have a mic here. I think I have a mic. Okay. So, tell us a little bit about your writing this performance.
Okay, well, it started with, the story started with Lejeune, and I had been teaching for a little bit, and I was asked to write an article about how drama impacted a student. And so I was working in the South Bronx. I started in Hunts Point, and I wrote the story about Lejeune, and it got published. And then I took a class with Mike Daisy, the monologuist.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "This would make a really great solo show." So I began developing it, and I started. It's what started as a show about a particular student started growing into my experience, my 10-year experience as a teacher in the New York City public school system. I started off as an actress, and then 9/11 happened, and I just really wanted to make a difference. So I decided to become a teacher. And there goes my journey. There is my journey, and I had gone through a lot as a teacher in the system. I had been excessed and the rubber room and all sorts of
You were in the rubber room.
I was in a private rubber room. I was special. I got my own room. No one else did, but I was by myself for about almost a year. And then I went on to work at a high school in the Bronx after only knowing how to teach elementary school kids, and was asked to teach English and all sorts of things that I really wasn't trained to do. So dealing with some interesting administration and a little bit of abusive administration. And so I left and then came back, and then I found a great school and kind of went through some stuff at that school, and I'm still at that school. So it's still a journey. You know, it never quite ends. It's not like this amazing happy ending at the end of it, but I did find, you know, I found myself in the process, you know.
And have you heard back from LaShawn today?
I don't know where he is. I mean, he's the only one. I have other kids that are hopefully coming to the show who are in my show. I portray a bunch of kids, and so I've been emailing them and like, you got to see the show because they're going to love it, because you know I love these kids so much. LeJean, it was 10 years ago. I don't know where he is. I mean, it would be great to be in touch with him because it was a pretty special experience. And also, if you come to the show, you can see video of him, and you can see video of my other kids performing too. So it's cool. There's all sorts of stuff in the show that has the kids in it too. So. And then
a lot of times when you're writing things, you're thinking about things from your own life. Do you remember your own drama teacher?
I do. I remember how I got into theater, which is funny because it was a boy who got me. I was like playing violin in the pit orchestra of Oliver, and I loved Oliver, and I was like, I gotta get on that stage. I didn't care about the acting. I just wanted to get on that stage. And then I got on the stage, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. All right, well, he didn't like me, and that didn't end, but, you know, I stayed in the stage, so there you go. I had the teacher that most inspired, I had a lot of amazing teachers. The teacher that inspired me the first was my high school drama teacher, and she was just, you know, I grew up in Connecticut in a very sort of conservative town, and she was kind of wild, and she took really a lot of risks in plays and stuff, and sort of went against the system, and it was, you know, and she really inspired me to really, you know, go for theater. And so, and then I went to Syracuse for theater, and my teachers at Syracuse were amazing, and they inspired me in so many different ways. And so I've been inspired by many, many teachers. I mean, I think we all have that special teacher, you know.
I remember my drama teacher is very specific, and even the ones I went to when I went to conservatory, I remember all of them. They all have different personalities.
They do.
They all have their
interesting exercises, right?
Oh, exactly. and sometimes their personalities themselves are interesting exercises.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really important show to see because it's talking about New York City schools, but the importance of arts.
It is. It's also talking about what's happening with teachers in the system, and I feel like that has been sort of an element that really hasn't been addressed as much. Is that teachers have been kind of a target in media and beyond. That we're kind of at fault for the failing system, and the truth of the matter is, the teachers that I know, which is a lot of teachers, are amazing, and they're there because of the students. We're all there. It's not like we're getting incredible paychecks. You know what I mean? It's like we're there because we love our jobs, and despite all all the problems with it, we still muddle through, and we do it because we do it for the kids.
And you do what you can do on your own. A lot of times, my mom was a teacher, she's retired, but a lot of times it's out of your own pocket to make an impact. So
yeah, that's true.
Watch Ripple of Hope by Karen Sklaire. It's called A Ripple of Hope, A Teacher's Journey to Make an Impact. It's now performing at the venue is called the White Box at
440 Lafayette.
440 Studios. It's actually across the way from the Public Theater, and then you go up a stair, the building across the way, and then you just go up a stairs. The next show
is tomorrow at 2:45. That's the only one that's not sold out. We've sold out all the other shows.
So tomorrow is the only chance.
Come tomorrow at 2:45 if you're not working, or just skip work. Who cares about work? And if you're a teacher and you're not working yet, yay! Until next week when we got to go back. Okay.
I know, so early, right before. So check out Ripple Hope. You only have one chance to see it. It's tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully go into Encore, Fringe Encore. So you can also learn more about Ripple Hope by going to rippleofhopeshow.com. Now we're going to go from this class